Leighton, can you just kind of update us on what you had done with your cervical stenosis and what you feel your prognosis is, and will you have to you use any sort of device? You plan to do that while you play this year? Just kind of give us an update on that, please.
Yeah, I mean, I had surgery middle of January already, so it's been how long? It's been months. I feel like it's been forever already, and I've been training for like 3-4 months hard. I got all my strength back. I'm back and better than I was as far as strength before I got hurt. So everything's going great there. I feel amazing. I'm just excited to be on the field. I changed my pads up a little bit, but as far as protection and everything, I mean, you're a player, so you just kind of got to do things that work for you.
What have you added to your pads, and how will that help?
Oh yeah. So I have a smaller roll inside my actual pads now too, to help with, I guess you could say shock. But as far as mobility and everything, I still have all my mobility, being able to look around with my helmet. No problems there. Just a small adjustment with the roll, mainly inside.
This obviously is different for everyone, and not one case, is comparable to another necessarily. But Michael Irvin had this as well. Have you had a chance to talk to him at all about kind of, working through this?
I haven't, man, and honestly, that's all behind me. I'm not even worried about my neck or anything anymore. I don't talk about it. It is what it is, and people can think what they want to think about it. But like I said, I've been training for 4 months hard. I'm already better than I was before I got hurt with that injury, and so it doesn't affect me. I'm not. I just don't talk about it. It's not worth wasting time about.
Leighton, we haven't had a chance to talk much with Mike Nolan. Tell us about what you've learned about the new defense. What are the biggest differences from what y'all did under Marinelli, and how much have you been able to actually do some walkthroughs with that team?
Yeah, it's been awesome actually being in the facility now with all the guys and the coaches, and being able to put what we've been learning in all those virtual meetings during the off season on the field, and talking and communicating, running through everything. But just the variety and the disguise and all that, I think is going to be special for us this year. And I think it's going to create a lot of opportunities for turnovers. So we're excited about that, and we're just ready to go at this point.
Leighton, is anything similar coming back from this than when you came back after your sophomore year at Boise? And obviously you had a great junior year. Do you look at it in any similar fashion than how you're coming back?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could look at that, but at the end of the day, I mean, you still got to prepare, and it's the professional football league, so you gotta be on your stuff every play. So just putting yourself in position every single play, preparing every single week, every single day to make sure that you're ready to go every weekend to play. But like I said, I'm excited. I'm so pumped to be out there and to get back in with that defense and just start playing out on the field and putting the pads on and just having fun again.
Leighton, what is it like just being in the building? I mean, you know what normal is there at the Star over the last couple of years. Now instead you guys are all wearing masks. You've got proximity monitors on. What has it been like for you guys just to be in the building in this bizarre time?
Yeah, it's definitely different, and it's not the easiest thing to get used to, but it is what it is, and like it's our job to play football. So if we got to find one way to do it, that's what we're gonna do. Wear our masks, social distance. Obviously, we have some spacing in between chairs and things here and there, and we got to wear our masks and walkthroughs, all that, and in meetings, pretty much everywhere we go. So I mean, there's a lot to it, and you really got to pay attention to where you're going, what you're doing. But I mean, we're taking all the precautions, all the right precautions here at the facility, and we're making do with it. And I think we're just making strides to learn our defense. Everybody getting in here, team as a whole, and just having fun again.
What would you say has been the strangest element about it? What would you say has been the strangest element about it since you guys have been back there?
Wearing masks everywhere we go. Simply put.
Yeah.
Leighton, have you thought about when the season starts, will you wear a shield that comes all the way down to your chin, or have you even looked at that kind of thing for the season?
I'm going to be completely honest with you about it. I don't think I need to breathe when I'm playing, and it's one thing to have an eye shield on, but to have that other part on your helmet, I mean, some guys can wear it and everything, but I'm probably not going to do it. We're sweating, we're hitting, doing all that. I don't think there's any way we're going to get around it anyways, and just wearing a little shield on our chin. So that's kind of my opinion on that.
Leighton,
You talked about being in the building. Leighton, you talked about being in the building and the strangeness. How about when you're outside the building and you get away from it? How much are guys going to be cognizant of what they're doing, where they're going, dinner, movies, whatever you're doing, to make sure that something isn't brought into the facility?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful. And at the end of the day, this is our livelihood. This is how we support our families. I mean, we play football for a living, so that's how we do it. And we gotta make sure that we're taking the correct precautions to make sure that we can come in here every day and do that and support our families and just be safe for them. You just got to be careful. Just be smart about what you're doing, and that's all there is to it, really.
Leighton, you said you've been training hard the last 4 months. What were you able to do given lack of access to the facilities? Or were you in the facility given much with the rehab? And have you been in Dallas or Idaho or where?
Yeah, well, I've been in Idaho. I've been in Dallas. I was able to be here, obviously, because I had surgery, so I could get my necessary rehab after my surgery. But I got the gym back home in Idaho at the high school that we built there, and so I haven't had any time off really training there. I've had every access to every amount of weight that you need and a football field there in Riggins, Idaho. So that's another thing. You got to be a grown man. It's your responsibility to take it upon yourself to put the work in that you need to do. That's just because we didn't have an off season, there's no excuses. You gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta get your work done. Make sure you're ready to come play.
Hey, Leighton, I know, at the end of the day, you're still playing linebacker, obviously, but have you noticed any, I guess, striking differences in what Mike is asking y'all to do in this scheme as opposed to what the last staff was asking you to do?
I think it's mainly just disguise and just knowing and simplifying things and making sure you know what you're looking at. Your keys. It's really detailed, and I think we just keep adding things to our arsenal that we're going to be able to throw out there on the field come game day. But just the variety and just being able to play fast.
Are you preparing to play Mike linebacker this season, and if so, how's that transition going for you?
Yeah, I mean, you can call it Mike, you can call it Will. In today's age playing football, Mike and Will are pretty much identical. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to call me the Mike, you call me the Mike. And Jalen obviously is playing Will. He might get pulled out of the box a little bit more, but and the Mike stays in the box more. But as far as techniques and how you play, they're the same thing.
How tough was last year for you, just not being on the field, not being out there with your teammates at the end of the season? How tough was that on you mentally?
Yeah, that's always tough. Just being a competitor. Obviously, you never want something like that to happen. But I mean, I guess that could be God's way of teaching you a little thing here and there, and just making you grow up as a man. Because I think you can learn a lot from that. And so I think that was a big learning moment, growing up moment for me. And kind of putting things in perspective and just always keeping on your toes and to never take things for granted because it can be taken away from you like in the blink of an eye. But it was obviously tough not being out there with my guys on the field last year, and that was just rough for me. Obviously, the amount of time that you lose, but like I said, I put that behind me, and I'm ready to go this season, and we're guns blazing forward right now. So it's time to go, and I'm just excited to be back on the field.
Leighton, with that period of time that you missed last year, combined with no OTAs this year, will that make the absence of OTAs more important or insignificant, or it doesn't matter? What do you think?
I don't really have a good answer for you on that one. We were still preparing. We were still learning our defense, doing installs and everything virtually. We might not have been able to get in as a team and do it all together, but we can still practice our techniques individually at home, like on the football field and in Reagan's grass field, whatever. You can go out and do techniques. You can walk through stuff. You can visualize. You can do all that. Obviously, we were just installing plays virtually, but you know your plays. You know what you got to do. And then you can go simulate on the field by yourself. You don't need anyone to go do it. You're a grown man, so you need to go do that anyways. And that's that.
Leighton, I know you said there's not a lot of changes to the scheme, but can you talk about the guys up front that they've added, McCoy and Dontari Poe, and how that might help the linebackers get freed up to run around and make more plays?
Oh, yeah. These guys are legit. It's nice having Gerald and Poe in here. But, I mean, just having everybody healthy again and ready to go. It's exciting. It's electrifying. We all love playing football, obviously, and I think it shows. And I think we got a great group this year, and I think we could do something extremely special with it. I just don't like talking about it. I like freaking going out and actually doing it.
In your third season now, do you want to take more of a leadership role in the locker room? And if so, what does that look like for you? Absolutely.
Obviously, last year with the time I missed, it was hard to be out there for the guys and actually be on the field. But as far as being on the sideline and being able to talk to them, I did that, and I did as much as I could last year. But this year, I mean, we gotta, like I said, we gotta stop talking about it and we gotta start doing it. It's as simple as that. Not getting too far ahead of ourselves, just taking it a week at a time, and leading those guys, getting everybody on the same page, getting them lined up so we can play fast and so we can make an impact on the field and get that ball for our offense.
All right, guys, we got time for one more, please.
So, being a leader, what does that look like for you? Like, can you be specific on terms of how exactly? Obviously, being healthy is a part of that, but how you want to go ahead and kind of carry yourself and what you want to command.
Yeah. Well, just holding everybody accountable, being vocal on the field, being able to get everybody lined up. If someone's messed up, I'm going to get them right. If something's wrong in the locker room, get it right, fix it. Don't put things off. Don't just brush things off. I mean, you got to set things right as they are, and you got to do it fast. You can't wait. So I think we need that leadership this year, and I'm excited to help do that. But I know all the guys are ready to go, and I'm just going to put everything I can on the field for them and show them that I'm prepared. I can play fast and make plays for them, and then I just got their back.